It's Julia and everybody here for Money Workbook Part 3. We're going to read through today. I have to tell you guys this story. It was so funny. So I was working at the keg on last Wednesday, and it was egg days, so there was like people in from all over the place. And there were these 3 farmers from Saskatchewan, and they were at the Keystone at the strippers, and they asked a taxi to take them to the keg. So the taxi went across the street and dropped them off.
That is awesome.
I know. It's funny. So they came in and they were laughing, and they were really nice guys, and we started talking farming and stuff like that. And I take them to their table, and we talked for probably 5 minutes because it was slow. It was at the end of the night. And I said, Kyle's going to be your server. I was hostessing. And they said, well, we don't want Kyle to be our server. We want you to be our server. And I was like, well, yeah, I'd love to. You guys are awesome, but Kyle's your server. And they're like, for $1,000, will you be our server tonight? And I was like, yeah. So they said, okay, well, you give, and Kyle was standing there, like, just sort of laughing about this conversation. And they said, okay, well, you give Kyle 500 and you keep 500. And Kyle, can she be our server? And he's like, yeah. So we laughed, and we weren't really thinking that much of it. Like, so I went back to the host stand, and Kyle comes back with $1,000 blank check and gives it to me. So the whole night I served them, and the next morning I went to the bank and I cashed it.
Might as well.
Yeah, it was a good check. So it was really funny, and everybody's like, why don't you bartend more? And I'm like, I like hosting. I have more fun hosting. And I'm like, apparently there's better money in it. So that was really funny.
Any other server would be like,
Yeah. Yeah. So it was really fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So the book has been working. So we left off on page 63.
I think we would read 73.
53 to 60.
I think we read 53 to 63. Oh,
I read the wrong pages.
Was everybody else on 63? Because I truthfully can't remember. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. All right. So Rasputin says, because you feel powerless, that is the basic assumption from which you are functioning. And that is always the basic assumption of confusion. Every confusion is based on the idea that you have no power and you have no ability. But I don't. And Rasputin says, you do. I feel I don't. Look at your life. Look at your life. What have you created? Did you start out with a magnificent amount of money? Did you start out with a palace and lose it all? Or did you create, and then you got into confusion about it, and get into doubt about it, and get into feeling powerless to do or to know how to control it. And then it began to fall away from you because you were creating confusion, and you were creating doubt about yourself. Yes, that is where your life went, but none of it is the truth of you. You, as a being, have total power to create your life, and you can and you will, and it will come together in more magnificent ways than you can even imagine. But it will come from you having faith. And this is for all of you. Faith in yourself. Faith in knowing that you have created the reality that exists now, and the awareness that you are willing to change it. That you do not desire to be that any longer. That is all it takes. The willingness to allow it to be different. So if life changes, does that mean the willingness to allow it to be different? I'm trying to get some more light here. Oh, that's better. Broadcast is pretty blurry. So if life changes, does that mean it's confused? It's confused consciousness that creates more Bosnians and homeless people? Where does that consciousness go? Where do the dark entities that I may have created, or that some other portion of me that's being so separated from views that's on the television set, which I see, or the homeless person, where does that go if I say, well, it's not in my reality, I don't believe in it, I don't choose that anymore? It's not a matter. You see, you are doing that from resistance. right? Right? For change to occur, you must function in allowance, not resistance, not reaction, not on alignment or agreement. Allowance is, I'm willing to allow it. I just want to understand where you are functioning at resistance because you are trying to understand from something that does not really exist. That other people, in their own free will and choice, are also creating from something that does not exist. A continuation of acceptance, alignment or agreement, resistance or reaction. Those are the functional elements of your world. You, in order to change it, must function at allowance. And every time that you are in allowance, you change all of those around you. Every time somebody comes at you with a strong point of view and you can say, interesting point of view, and be in allowance of it, you have shifted the consciousness of the world because you have not bought it, you have not made it more solid, you have not gone into agreement with it, you have not resisted it, you have not reacted to it, you have not made it reality. You have allowed reality to shift and change. Only allowance creates change. You must allow yourself as much as you allow others. Otherwise, you have bought the store and you are paying for it with your credit cards. So does that become total pacifity for the world? Absolutely not. Let us do this. All of you think about this for a minute. But S, you be the guinea pig here, okay? All right. You have 10 seconds to live the rest of your life. What are you going to choose? Your life is up. You do not make a choice. You have 10 seconds to live the rest of your life. What do you choose? I choose not to choose. You are choosing not to choose, but you see, you can choose anything. If you begin to realize that you only have 10 seconds to create from, 10 seconds is all it takes to create reality. 10 seconds less than 10 seconds, less than that in trust. But for right now, that is the increment from which you must function. If you function from 10 seconds, would you choose joy or sadness? I'd have to take sadness. Exactly so. You see, you have created your reality from the choice of sadness. And when you choose from the past or you choose from the expectation of the future, you have not made any choice at all. You have not lived, and you are not living your life. You are existing as a monumental, monolithic limitation. Interesting point of view, hey? Yes. All right, so what is your next answer? Number 2 on your list. What was the question? We've forgotten. What does money feel like to you? What does money feel like to you? Yes, thanks. To me, the bottom line, I guess, on this plane is fight in prison. Ah, yes. Very interesting point of view, hey? Money feels like fight in prison. Well, that certainly describes everybody in this room. Is there anybody who does not see that as a reality of what they've created? Fight in prison? Yes. I don't. You don't see that? A little bit. I don't understand what that means, actually. You are not fighting constantly to get money? Oh, all right. And you do not feel it is a prison that you do not have enough? I give up. Fine. We all must be in a similar reality. You're all living in the same reality. So, do we need to make even a comment about this? Yeah, what about S with his barter system? Well, is that not a small prison of its own? I don't know for sure. How do you feel about it, S? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You see, everybody has their own point of view. You are looking at S and seeing his reality as freedom, but he is looking at Donald Trump as freedom. Okay, you're saying, do we have to talk about it? Well, how does this kind of go with it? Allowance. Interesting point of view, hey? That I feel imprisoned by money? That it feels like prison to me? Does it feel like velvet to you? Does it feel like expansion to you? No, it feels like diminishment. Is that a reality or what you have chosen and how you have chosen to create your life? It is how you have chosen to create your life. It is not more a reality than the walls. But you have decided that they are solid and they keep the cold out, and so they work. So also, do you make your limitations about money with the same sort of solidity? Begin to function in allowance. That is your ticket to get out of the trap that you have created. All right, next question. Chapter 5, what does money look like to you? All right, next question. What does money look like to you? Green and gold and silver. So it has color, it has conformity, it has solidity. Is that the truth of it? No. No, money is just energy. That is all it is. The form it takes in the physical universe you have made as a significance and a solidity. And around it, do you create a solidity of your own world, which creates a disability to have it? If it is only gold or silver that you see, then you better have lots of chains around your neck. If it isn't, oh, pardon me. Oh, oof. If it is green, if you wear green clothes, do you have money? No, no. So it is that you must see money, not as a form, but as an awareness of energy, because it is the lightness from which you can create the totality of it in abundance. How do you see energy? Just as you felt it when you pulled it into every pore of your body. That is how you see energy. You see energy with the feeling of awareness. All right? Yes. Next question. Chapter 6. What does money taste like to you? Now, the next question. What is the next question? What does it taste like? Good. So who wishes to answer that one? This should be fun. Money tastes like rich, dark chocolate. Ah, interesting point of view, hey? Paper, ink, and dirt. Paper, ink, and dirt. Interesting point of view. Dirty blindfold. My taste buds on the side of my mouth start to salivate. Yes, sweet and watery. Slippery filth and barn marbles and peach trees. Good, all right. So it tastes very interesting to you people, hey? Notice that money tastes more interesting to you than it feels. It has more variation in it. Why do you think that is? Because you have created it as your bodily function. For us, money is about eating. Eating chocolate, yes? Yes, you see, everybody has a point of view about how money tastes like something. It's slippery. Interesting. Goes across your tongue easily, yeah? Does it go down easily? No. Interesting point of view. Why does it not go down easily? It sticks. Interesting point of view. Hard, chunky, crunchy. Really interesting points of view you have about money. But it's all the same point of view. It's all the same point of view that it's about the body. Even though it seems different, She said chocolate, and I said bitter, but that's the same. That is the same. It is about body. It has to do with your body. The tasting does? Really? Yes. You cannot have taste out of the body, not on an English sandwich. But money, the point of it, was that money is a function that you see as a bodily function. You see it as a third-dimensional reality, not as a reality of creation. You see it as something, as solid and real and substantial, as something that has taste and form and structure, and therefore it has a particular kind of attitude that goes with it. But if it is energy, it is lightness and ease. If it is body, it is heavy and significant. And heavy and significant is where you have created it, is it not? Yes. Is that not where all your viewpoints come from? So, as you asked about taste, we went into assumptions again. Assumptions. You instantly assumed that it was body, that it is where you live, it is how you function. You know, it is slippery, it is dirty, it is all kinds of things, it is germ-ridden. What an interesting point of view about money. Sometimes it's warm and cool. Warm and cool. Is it really that? There's like another one. It has this trust factor behind it, that you hold this, a gold standard. Like, that is a point of view, a consideration that you bought. Is it a reality? Not anymore. Is there anything behind money? Pick up a dollar bill. What do you see behind it? Air. Nothing. Air. Lots of air. That is all that is behind it. A lot of hot air. A lot of hot air, exactly so. And when you listen to people talking about money, do they create it as the hot air? Do they speak of it as hot air? Yes, but how do they create it? It is very significant and heavy and massy, is it not? Weighs on you like a ton of bricks. Is that reality? Is that how you wish to create it for yourselves? Good. So begin to look at it, feel it. Feel every time you hear a consideration come at you about money. This is your homework part along with all the others of this. Every time you feel the energy of some consideration, idea, belief, decision, or attitude about money, feel where it hits your body. Feel the weight of it and turn it to light. Turn it to light. It's only an interesting point of view. It is only an interesting point of view. That is all it is. It is not a reality. But very quickly, you'll begin to see how your life has been creating. The money flows in it from your very will, participation in buying everybody else's point of view. Where are you in that configuration? You have gone. You have diminished yourself. You have let yourself disappear, and you have become a lackey, a slave to that which you call money. It is no more a truth than the air that you breathe is truth. It is no more significant than taking a breath. And it's no more significant than seeing the flowers. Flowers bring you joy, right? You look at flowers, it brings you joy. When you look at money, what do you get? Depressed? There is not as much there as I wished for. Never do you give gratitude for the money you have, do you? No. You get $100, you go, oh, this will pay a bill. Damn it, I wish I had more. Instead of going, whoa, did I manifest something good or not? You do not celebrate what you create. You go, oop, I didn't make enough again. What did that say? How does that manifest in your life? If you look at the bill, if you find a dollar bill on the ground, you pick it up and you put it in your pocket and think, oh, I'm lucky today. Do you think, boy, did I do a great job of manifesting? Did I do a great job of creating some money flows for me? No, because it wasn't $10,000, which is what you think you need. That need word again. What does money taste like? What does it taste like? Dirty? Dirty. No wonder you don't have any money. Sweet? Sweet. You have more money. Good. Good. Tastes good. You get a little money in your stocking as well. Like water? Like water. Goes pretty quick like water, huh? Right through the bladder. What other points of view? No others. Nobody else has any other points of view about money? Yucky. Yucky. When was the last time you tasted money? As a kid. Right, because you were told as a little child that it was dirty. You don't put it in your mouth because you bought the point of view that money was yucky. You bought the point of view that it was not goodness and that it was not energy, but that it was something to be shunned because it was dirty, because it did not provide for you as a goodness. And you bought that very young, and you have retained that point of view forever. Can you choose different now? Yes. Good. Allow yourself to have the reality that it is only an interesting point of view, whatever money tastes like. It is not a solidity. It is an energy, and you are energy too. All right. Have you created your world around the points of view of money that you have? Is it dirty? Is it yucky? Do you have limited amounts of it because you don't wish to be a dirty person? Sometimes it is more fun to be dirty. It was in my lifetime. How's everybody doing? So, chapter 7. When you see money coming toward you, from which direction do you feel it coming? All right, so now the next question. What is the next question? What direction do you see money coming from? Good. So what direction do you see money coming from? In front. It's always in the future, eh? Oh, you God. At least it's coming out. Front. It's always in the future, eh? You are going to have it sometime in the future. You're going to be very rich. We all know that. But sometimes I see it coming out of nowhere. Out of nowhere is a better place. But nowhere? Where is nowhere? Out of anywhere is a better place to have it coming from. But how about everywhere but up? Well, why are you limiting it? I know. I never thought of that. Never thought it was okay for rain to come as... No, rain I saw, but I didn't think it was coming up from the ground. Your own money tree. Yes, let money grow everywhere for you. Money can come from anywhere. Money is always there. Now feel the energy in this room. You are starting to create as money. You feel the difference in your energies? Yes. Yes. Where do you see it coming from? My husband. My husband? Others? Where else? Career. Career. Hard work. What points of view are you talking about here? If you're looking for it from some other person, where is that person located? In front of you, beside you, behind you? Behind me. If it's your ex-husband, it is. Yes, you are looking to the past, to him, to get your life. Is that where you create from? No, but I think, yes, all right, you're lying. So first of all, take all the places that you that are in this room and draw energy from this room in through the front of you, through every pore of your body. Pull it through every pore of your body. Good. And now pull it in through the back of you, through every pore of your body. Oh. Good. And now pull it in from the sides of you, through every pore of your body. And now pull it in from the bottom of you, through every pore of your body. And now pull it in from the top of you, through every pore of your body. And now you have energy coming in from everywhere. And money is but another form of energy, and turn it into money now, coming in through every pore of you from every direction. Notice how you made it more solid, most of you. Make it light, make it energy, again, that you are receiving. And now make it money. Good, that is better. That is how you become money. You flow it in through every pore of your body. Do not see it coming from other people. Do not see it coming from other space. You do not see it coming from work. You just allow it to flow in. And now stop the flow from every part of your body. And now we wish you to flow energy out the front of you as much as you can. Flow it out. Flow it out. Flow it out. So is your energy diminishing? No, it's not. Feel at the back of you. Energy is coming in as you flow it out the front. There's no end to energy. It continues to flow, as does money. Now, pull energy into every pore of your body from every place. Good, right there. And now notice that as you are pulling it in from everywhere, you are also going out from everywhere. It is not a stagnant. Now, turn it into money, and you will begin to see money flying around, everywhere around you. Yes, it goes in and out and around and through. It continues to move. It is energy, like you. It is you. You are it. There, like that. All right, now stop the flowing. Now flow money, hundreds of dollars of money to anybody else in the room in front of you. Flow it out, massive amounts of money. See them gaining massive amounts of money. Flow it out, flow it out, flow it out, flow it out, flow it out. Notice you are still flowing energy in the back end. If you allow as much energy will come in the back of you as you flow out the front, and you are still doing it as money. This gives you an idea? When you think that you have not enough money to pay a bill and it is hardship to flow out the money, it is because you have closed down the back side of you and you are not willing to receive it. Money flows in as it flows out. When you block it by your point of view that there will not be enough tomorrow, you have created a disability in yourself. And you have no disability but the ones you personally create. All right, everybody get that? Next question. Chapter 8. In relationship to money, do you feel you have more than you need or less than you need? All right, so we wrote that. So less. I'd have to say less. Everybody said less. Yes. Well, that's a given, hey? There is not one of you here who thinks you have enough. And because you always see it as need, what are you always going to create? Need, not enough. But how about paying the bills tomorrow? Yes, you see, you're always looking about how you're going to pay the bill tomorrow. Exactly so. Thank you very much. It's always about how you're going to pay that thing tomorrow. Today, do you have enough? Yes. I'm okay. I'm okay. Who's saying that? Interesting point of view you have there. I'm okay. I am great. I am glorious. And you create more now. My money is wondrous. I love this much money. I can have as much as I desire. Allow it to come in. Be grateful for the fact that you have it today. Do not worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow is a new day. You manifest new things. Opportunities come to you, right? Now the mantra. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. So let's repeat it 3 times. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. Good. Now feel that energy. Is it not the same as I am power, I am awareness, I am control, I am creativity, I am money, and love, question mark, and love. But you are always love. You have always been love, and you always will be love. That is a given. Why is that? Why is it a given? How do you think you created yourself in the first place? From love. You came into this plane with love. The only person you do not give love to with ease is yourself. Be that loving to yourself, and you are money, and you are joy, and you are ease. Chapter 9, in relationship to money, when you close your eyes, what color is it, and how many dimensions does it have? In relationship to money, anyways, 3 dimensions. Blue and 3-dimensional, hey? Multi-dimensional. Green and 2. Green and 3. Interesting that this is only 2 dimensions for the most of you. A few of you have multi-dimensional. Some of you have 3. I had wide open space. Wide open space is a little bit better. Wide open space is where money should be. Feel the energy of that. Then money can come from anywhere, can it not? And it is everywhere. When you see money as wide open space, there is no scarcity, is there? There is no diminishment of it. It has no form, it has no structure, it has no significance. And no color, and no color. Because, all right, you are looking at United States dollars. How about gold? Is that green and have 3 sides? No. And how about silver? Well, that is sort of iridescent sometimes, but even that is not enough. And is it liquid? You have liquid colors? No. What about the man in the store? Well, in what way would you wish to speak to him? You are going to the store to buy what assumption? It's expensive. Yes, it is wide open spaces, but we are talking about allowing yourself to have so much money come into you that you never think about it, never think about money. When you go to the store, do you look at the prices of each and every item you buy and add it up and add it all up to see how much, to see if you had enough money to spend? Sometimes I'm afraid to open my credit card statements. Exactly. Do not open those credit card statements if you do not wish to know how much money you owe, because you know you have not enough money to pay them. Automatically, you have assumed that. I just don't want to look at it. Don't want to look at it. Write it down, write it down. Want, 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 want. Write it down, rip it up. No more want, no more need. Not allowed, okay? All right, now next question, chapter 10. In relationship to money, what is easier, inflow or outflow? Is there one person here who said inflow is easier? If they did, they lie. I know I didn't. Right. Considering the fact that you do not look at your credit card debts, it definitely was not the truth. I'm not sure which. I'm not sure. Interesting point of view, hey? All right. So for all of you, the idea that money flows out is most often the most significant point of view that you hold on to. It is so easy to spend money. It is so hard work. I have to work hard to make my money. Interesting point of view, hey? Now, who is creating those points of view? You are. So feel money, feel energy coming into your body. All right, it's coming in from everywhere. Feel it coming in. All right, now flow energy out the front of you. Feel it coming in the back and allow it to be equal. Now feel hundreds of dollars going out the front of you and hundreds of dollars coming in the back of you. Good. Feel thousands of dollars going out the front of you and thousands of dollars coming in the back of you. Notice how most of you got a little solid on that one. Lighten up. It's just money. It's not significant, and you do not even have to put it out in front of your pocket at this point. Now let millions of dollars flow out the front of you. and millions of dollars flow in the back. Notice it is more easy to flow millions of dollars than it is to flow thousands of dollars, because you have created a significance about how much money you can have. And when you get to millions, there is no significance left. Why? Because you don't think you are going to have a million, so it's irrelevant. Well, I had more trouble letting money come in the back. Maybe I think I'm going to. Maybe, but you are definitely more willing to let your money flow out than you are willing to let it flow in. That is another interesting point of view, hey? Now, energy out equals energy in. Yes, of sorts. But there is no limitation to energy, and there is no limitation to money except those you yourself create. You are in charge of your life. You create it, and you create it by your choices and your unconscious thoughts, your assumed points of view that oppose you. And you do it from the place of thinking that you are no power, that you have no power, and then that you cannot be the energy that you are. Chapter 11, what are your worst 3 problems with money? Now, what is the next question? What are your worst 3 problems with money? Oh, this is a good one. Who wishes to volunteer for that one? I will. All right, over here, yes. I am very fearful of not having any money. Ah, yes. Well, we have talked about that fear, okay? About fear, okay? So do we need to cover that more? Everybody pretty clear about that now? Okay, next. I want to buy lots of things. Ah, interesting point of view, buying lots of things. What do you get by buying lots of things? Lots to do, lots to take care of. You fill up your life with lots of things. How light do you feel? Burdened, and then I find myself giving them away to neighbors' birthdays. Yeah, so what is the value of buying lots of things? It's in my blood. So how come that is one of your considerations? Because it bothers me. It bothers you that you buy? Yes. Good. So how do you overcome the desire to buy? By being power, by being awareness, by being control, and by being creativity. And as you come to the place in which you feel you need to buy, the reason you are buying is because you assume you have not enough energy. Bring energy into you. So everyone do it. If you wish to break the buying habit, give money to the homeless person on the street, or send it to a charity, or give it to a friend. Because what you have done is you have decided you have too much money coming in. And so you must make sure that you equalize the flow from your point of view. You see how you're doing that? Yes, yeah. I actually do have too much inflow. Yes. So can there be too much inflow as opposed to outflow? No. It is a created reality. And what you are existing there, and what you are assuming is that you are not spiritual. You are not connected to your God force if you have too much of it. It does not matter. In truth, what does matter is the choices you make about how you create your life. If you create as energy, if you create as power, if you create as awareness, and you create as control, you will have joy in your life, which is what you are trying to achieve in the first place. Ease and joy and glory. This is what you desire. This is what you are after, and this is where you are going. And this is what you will achieve if you follow the directions we have given you this night. All right, now we have covered all the questions. Just the same thing. If I have the money and I feel like, well, somebody else doesn't have this, and so I should give it to them. And so then I don't have as much, or I worry about it. So what if you give them energy? Give them energy instead of giving money? Yes, it is the same. So when the guy's begging in the subway, they ask for $1 and you just, have you not breathed in energy here tonight? Yes. Have you not eaten your fill of energy? What is the purpose of eating? To get energy. What is the purpose of money? To have energy. What is the purpose of breathing? To have energy. There is not difference at all. It sure seems to be different, only because you decide and create it as different. The assumption is that it is a difference. That's right. And when you assume that, you start creating from that position, which creates lack of money and lack of energy. But it just doesn't seem quite right to me, because it seems that part of what I'm assuming is that I am a human being that, well, that is a bad assumption right there. Well, I'm living in a human society with such creations as bread, water, time, government. So you are creating yourself as a body? I'm creating myself as S in 1996, New York City. Yes, you are creating yourself as a body. Is that where you truly wish to be? Are you happy there? Well, no! When I was out of the body, there were other places that seemed much worse. So this seemed like a good stopping point to see how I could solve that problem. Meanwhile, it was pretty bad news. Right. But you are creating the realities in whichever place you are. You are creating the realities in whichever place you are by your own point of view. It doesn't seem that way to me. It seems that others create with me or for me or on top of me. I don't think I could totally say that. I don't think so. Maybe, but I don't think so. You don't control what we say? What you say? I mean, you and I are connected somehow. Yes. And everyone is, and the paradox is that you are you, and I don't wonder about this. You are a spiritual being, and so are you, and you are S, and you are S, and we are sharing some reality here together. We are in New York in 1996. We are not, are we not? But I'm with you somehow. I don't think that I am you. That is right. This is what we have been talking about. You don't think. Every time you think, I have a problem. You have a problem? You got it. So throw it away, your brain. It is a useless piece of debris. And just jump off the roof. And just jump off the roof and start to float as the being that you are. You, when you throw away your brain and stop the thought process, every thought has an electrical component to it, which creates your reality. Every time you think, I am this, I am a body, that is exactly what you become. You are not S. You are an apparency of S at this time, but you have been millions of other lives and millions of other identities, and you still are being those right now. Your consciousness, the greatest portion of it from your point of view, is right here, right now. That also is not a reality. When you disconnect from the thought that your reality is created in this moment with your total consciousness and start to see where you have got other ideas, other points of view, and other people's attitudes, beliefs, decisions, and ideas, you will start to connect with those other dimensions that can give you greater reality upon this plane than anything you are trying to create right now from your thought process. And that is where you truly desire to go. Thinking gets in the way of living because it is not a creative process. It is a trap. It's a trap. Thinking is a trap. Oh, we only have like a few pages left, and then we'll start again. Oh, this is a dense night for me. I don't know about y'all. This is going through some really, really dense stuff. My head feels like somebody has a clamp on it. It's crushing me. Okay, so chapter 12. Which do you have more of, money or debts? Debts. Debts, 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 debts. Interesting. Everybody has debts. Why is that? Why is it that you have debts? Feel the word debt. Oh, it's heavy. Yes. It feels like a ton of bricks. So we give you a little hint how to lighten it up, because it sits in such heaviness upon you that you buy the point of view that it is the most significant of things about you. Is it not? Because it is heavy, because it is significant, because it is solid. You add to it. You add to it because you buy the idea that it is okay to go in debt. You buy the idea that one should be in debt. And you buy the idea that you can't have enough money anyway without doing it. Is that real? Uh-huh. Interesting point of view. Is it real? Yes. That's what I used to think. Good. Well, do you think that anymore? No. Good. All right. So how do you get rid of your bills and your debts? By paying off past expenditures. Can you make past expenditures into a solidity? Feel it. Does it feel like debt? No judgment on it. No judgment, exactly. And yet you judge yourself significantly in your debt, do you not? And when you judge yourself, who is that kicking you? Myself. Right. So why are you angry at yourself for creating debt? Well, you should be. You are a great and glorious creator of debt. You are a creator. You have created magnificent debt, have you not? Oh, yes. Very magnificent debt. Boy, am I good at creating debt. All right. So see the glorious creator that you are as debt. Be the glorious creator that you are to pay off your past expenditures. Feel the lightness in past expenditures. That is how you create a shift in your consciousness. Lightness is the tool. As you are light, as you are being light as money, you create a shift and a change in your consciousness and everybody around you. And you create a dynamic energy that starts to shift the totality of the area that you live in and the place and how you receive money and how it comes into you and how everything in your life works. I'm going to repeat that. Lightness is the tool. As you are light, as you are being light as money, you create a shift and a change in your consciousness and everybody around you. And you create a dynamic energy that starts to shift the totality of the area that you live and the place and how you receive money and how it comes to you and how everything in your life works. But know that you are a great and glorious creator and that everything that you have created in the past is exactly what you said it was. And what you create in the future will be exactly what you create it to be by the choices you make. All right, next question. The last chapter. All right, so we have 2 more questions, yes? One more question. What is the last question here? In relationship to money, to have an abundance of money in your life, what 3 things would be a solution to your current financial situation? Good. Who wishes to volunteer for this one? I do. All right. Do what I love and do best. Do what I love and do best. Yes. So what makes you think you cannot do what you love and do best? And what is the basic assumption there? That I lack the money to get there. Well, what do you love to do best? I love to garden and do healing. Gardening and healing. Are you doing those things? Sometimes. So what makes you think you are not getting what you desire? Because you are spending 8 days a week doing something you hate? Exactly. Who created this reality? But, well, they do not need of gardeners around the city. How come you did not become a gardener if you love to garden? Because I'm in the process of making that happen, but So what is the basic underlying assumption from which you are functioning? Time? Time, yes. Yes, time. There hasn't been time to create. Yes, there hasn't been time to create. What did we speak about in the beginning? Creativity, creating the vision. Power, being, I am power. You are giving the energy to what you desire. Awareness of the knowing that you will have it. Where do you continually undermine your knowing that you will have what you desire? You do it every day when you go to work and you say, I still have not got it. That's right. What are you creating from that point of view? Still never having it. And tomorrow you will not have it either because you still have the point of view that you have not got it. And you have taken the matter of control and you've decided there must be a particular path that is necessary to travel to get there. If the path to getting you there is that you have to be fired to take it on, you don't know, do you? But if you decide that the only way you can do it is to keep the job that you hate, because that will give you the freedom to get where you wish to go, you have created a delineation and a path a way that you must get there, which does not allow the abundant universe to provide your way. Now, we are going to give you another little statement, which you shall write out and put someplace where you see it on a daily basis. Here we go. I allow the abundant universe to provide me with a multiplicity of opportunities, all designed to encompass and support my growth, my awareness, and my joyful expression of life. This is your goal. This is where you are going. All right, S. What is the next answer you have? To be out of debt so I can catch up with myself and be free. Be out of debt. What is the basic underlying assumption there? That I will never be out of debt and that I am in debt? So what are you saying to yourself every day? I am in debt. 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 How many of you are in debt? We all are, probably. How many of you say, with great abundance and diligence? Not me. Diligence. Good. So do not create from there. Create from, I am money. Do not worry about what you call your debt. Pay on it a little bit at a time. You wish to pay it off instantly? Take 10% of everything that comes in and put it on your debts. And do not call them debts at all. Listen to the sound of debts. Sounds really good, hey? Call it past expenditures. Oh, pardon me. I'll do. That's great. That is really great. Hard to say I am past expenditures, is it not? Hard to say I am in past expenditures, but I am paying off past expenditures is easy. See how you get out of debt? We also must not ignore the freedom aspect there. The underlying point of view is that you have no freedom, which means you have no power, which means you have no choice. Is that really true? No. No. You have chosen your experience. Every experience in your life, every experience of your life has been about what? Creating greater and greater awareness within you. Nothing you have chosen in the past was for any other purpose than awakening you to the reality and the truth of yourself, or you would not be here this night. All right? Could you repeat that again? Nothing you have done or chosen in your life has been for any other purpose than to awaken you to the truth of yourself, or you would not be here this night. How about that? How did it word for word? All right, so your next point of view, to live a simpler life. What a crock of shit that is. I know. I knew it even when I was writing it. There is not one of you who desires a simpler life. Simpler life is very ease. You die! Then you have a simple life. Death is simple. Life is an abundance of experience. Life is abundance of everything. Life is an abundance of joy, an abundance of ease, abundance of glory. It is the reality and the truth of you. You are energy unlimited. You are, in totality, everything that this world is made of. And each time that you choose to be money, to be awareness, to be control, to be power, to be creativity, you change this physical plane into a place in which people can truly live with absolute awareness, absolute joy, and absolute abundance. Not just you, but every other being upon this place is affected by the choices you make. Because you are them and they are you. As you lighten up your own considerations, as you do not pass on and stalk others with your considerations, you create a lighter planet, a more awakened and aware civilization. And that which you desire, that which you have wished for, that which is a place of peace and joy will come to fruition. But you are the creators of it. Be in the knowing of it, be in the joy of it, and maintain it. Now, once again, reiterate your tools when you feel the energy of thoughts about money coming in on you and feel them pushing in. Reverse them and make them go out of you until you can feel the space that is you once again. And then you will know that they are not you and that you have created that reality. Remember that you create the vision of what you will have by connecting the power, the energy to it. And by being aware that it is not a reality, that it is already in existence because you have thought it. You do not have to control how it gets there. You are control, and therefore it will occur as quickly as the abundant universe can provide it for you. Remember, it will occur as quickly as the abundant universe can provide it for you. Okay? And it will. Don't judge. Be in gratitude every day for each thing that you manifest. When you get $1, be in gratitude. When you get $500, be in gratitude. When you get $5,000, be in gratitude, and that which you call your debts as past expenditures, not debt. You do not owe anything in life because there is no past, there is no future. There is only this 10 seconds from which you create your life. Place in front of you the mantra, all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. Say, I am power, I am awareness, I am control, I am creativity, I am money. 10 times in the morning, 10 times in the evening. Put it somewhere where you see it and share it with others. I allow the abundant universe to provide me with a multiplicity of opportunities, all designed to encompass and support my growth, my awareness, and my joyful expression of life. And be it, because that is the truth of you. And so, enough this night. Be money in every aspect of life. We leave you in love. Good night. Okay, so we've all finished it. Yay! That was fun. So we're at 6:21. Let's start again and go through and answer the questions. And we'll see how many we can get through in 10 minutes. How was that for everyone? Good.
Very relaxing.
Good. Me too. Robin can come for 7 if we need her. Oh, I have to get a pen. Okay, so question number 1. What is money? 3 answers to what is money. Number 2, you can just go through at your own pace. I'll just kind of go to keep everybody on the live stream along with us. So what does money mean to you? Out of you 5, who is staying for bar swap? Just you?
Yeah, I don't have to though.
Okay, well, yeah, we might not because unless somebody else shows up and has,
Yeah.
driven through the desert of ice. So question 3, what emotions do you have when you think of money? What question is everybody on?
9.
9? 6? 6? Okay, well, we're just going to stop the stream there, and if everyone wants to have their questions finished for next week, we will reconvene on Wednesday. Bye.